Good morning, everyone. Hello. How is everybody? I am early. There's already 10 of you here, apparently, which is awesome because I didn't put the link up to this until this morning. I forgot to do it last night. I remembered, and I was already asleep in bed, and it was like, I forgot. So I did it this morning when I woke up. Julie Elizabeth is here. Good morning. Good morning. So as you can see, I have my cream jacket, and I have basically block fused everything because it is a very drapey suiting, which is perfect for the majority of things that I want to make with it. The skirt and the dress, which I've done. The skirt needs to be, hem needs to be levelled. But for the jacket and the waistcoat, I'm going to try block fusing the fabric and see if that'll give it a little bit more stability. Because I think that will be a good thing. Joker Clears is here. Morning, Sean. Good morning. So I still have everything set up in here for black thread because I was making Nicola's skirt and it fit perfectly, which is great. She does want to make the next one a little bit less A-line. So I think there's a sweet spot that, because she didn't want pencil, but she didn't want like fully half quarter circle skirt, so basically A-line. So yeah, we're trying to find that sweet spot that's going to work for exactly what she's looking for. Lynn is here. Good morning. Early here. Debbie is here. Good morning. Good morning, Debbie. So yeah. Thank you very much for everybody for all the comments and love on the coat video. I am over the moon with how the red one turned out. The cream one, I will be happy with it once I've tweaked it. We all know how I feel about alterations, so the fact that I'm excited about doing alterations to that one shows you how much I want to change it. But yeah. Melissa says, buongiorno from Italy. Good morning. Just for you, is it still? Or is it? No, it's midday. It's after midday, isn't it? So good afternoon. Right. So I'm just going to change the needle and rethread the machine. Give it a little bit of oil, a little bit of dust. We will get there. We will get there. What was I going to do first? Change the needle. Jacob Clee says, angry robot noises again. It runs, hides, and preps. I know this sewing machine. It's it does like to make its like presence and announced. Like it does. Yeah, it gets very. When I first started sewing as well, only the very first stitch, but it does like to make sure that I'm aware that it is working hard. So when I was doing all the links for the what I made in January video, I had to go over to the textile centre because the fabric I made the shirt from came from the textile centre, and I haven't been on there for a while. So I was just like, I probably ought to just have a quick look. Just a quick look at the viscoses that they've got in. And yeah, now I have some new fabric arriving next week. It's a really pretty royal blue and white border print, and they had 2 different styles of border print, but the overall print was the same, but the borders were different. And they were remnants, and there were 2 2-meter remnants and 1 1.8-meter remnant, and the 2 2-meter remnants were the same print and the 1.8 was the different print. So I've bought all of them because I just really enjoy working with those kinds of border prints where the stripe it's a stripe with either a floral or a pattern. It's something that I've been trying to get Lady McElroy to do is make stripes and polka dots from the exact colors of their print. So like Savannah, a stripe fabric in the exact Savannah colors would be beautiful in and of itself, but then you could pair it with Savannah and it's just like, that would be amazing. So yeah, and they have, if you spend over £20 you get 20% off, and these were in the sale anyway, and then it was free shipping as well, so it's cost me £19.90 for almost 6 meters of fabric. So I have bought 4 fabric orders so far this year, but my usual, that's way less than my usual rate, so I'm calling it a win, right? It is very pretty fabric. I am very excited. So my Jan says, hi Sean, good morning everyone. Good morning. I do need a needle. A needle is a necessity for sewing. So yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is, in my quest to have the best and most up-to-date and descriptive descriptions on my videos, I accidentally bought new fabric. I am excited. Done. Put that back in, put the foot on, and thread the machine. Ooh. So this does have an automatic threader on it, but it only guarantees that it will do size 80 and above needles, and this is a 70, so I've just gotten in the habit of throwing it myself. Okay, right, machine is ready and prepped. How long we're going to take bets how long before I actually do any actual sewing. Chris says, hello everyone. Hello. Chris says, good morning from Michigan. Good morning. Melissa says, the color of your outfit looked great together and fabulous on you. Thank you. Yes. I had Nicola here on Thursday and we did a wardrobe edit. And so when Jojo was here over the, it was October last year, wasn't it? And I've done coats, trousers, skirts and dresses, but I hadn't done my jumpers and cardigans, sweatshirts and t-shirts and tops. And so we've gone through and done that, and actually we've cleared out quite a lot. So there's quite a few that have that are going to go to my best friend, because I really do believe she's a winter and the colors are going to look great on her, and I think she'll wear some of the things as well, and then she can distribute them as she sees fit if she doesn't want the things exactly. But yeah, it was really nice, kind of like looking through the wardrobe again and picking out things. It's like, oh, I haven't worn that for ages. And this is a short sleeve dress, so it's got little cap sleeves on it. And I was just like, I'm willing spring to arrive, because I am fed up of wearing multiple layers to keep warm. So I'm a little on the cool side, but that's okay. That's totally okay. Joker Clear says, anyways, Minion Man's been an absolute bear the last couple of days, and we're expecting the tail end of nasty winter spring storms starting this afternoon. So I'm going to hit the hay early. I'll get many slips. Hugs. Oh, and I don't have a Facebook account anymore, so I'll figure out another way to get a hold of you at a later date. Nighty night. Awesome. Caroline says, happy Sunday. Hello. Lisa says, morning, Sean. Hi, everybody. And Jane says, morning, all. And Lisa says, morning to Jane. Good morning. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week. My laptop at one point died, as the Patreon peeps know. The battery is no longer a battery. It's just a power conduit, so it constantly has to be plugged in. But that's fine. That's totally fine. We can live with that. So, yeah, I've been sort of trying to have a look at see if there's any way that I can put a new battery in here, but these parts are all welded together and it's not going to be the easiest thing to do, so never mind. Just need to have it plugged in constantly. So I need to remember not to unplug you by accident at any point, because you will die. Then I had a doctor's appointment yesterday morning, which was interesting. But I've been given some new medication to try, so I'm going to go and pick that up on Monday. So fingers crossed that will help. So we will see. We will see. Lynn said we had an unusually cold winter here in southeastern US. Yeah, we've had quite a mild one. I think it's not really got below zero very often at all. But yeah, I want to wear all my viscose dresses without having to like put layers underneath them. Jokingly says, oh, and Darcy's in charge of lemons and pineapples today. Lol. I shall let her know. Lisa says, I leave my laptop constantly plugged in except when I take it to bed. Yeah, it's no longer it's no longer something that's willing to work without direct power access, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Right. I just had a message, I think, on Instagram. I have from Flow End Patterns. Yeah, everyone's been very lovely about my red coat, which is nice. That video, I think I told you guys last Sunday, didn't I? Like, I was trying to edit the footage and decided that I absolutely hated all of it. And that's the video that went up is exactly the same video that I hated every single part of it last week. So yeah, my brain's been mean to me at the moment, but never mind. Jojo says, good morning all. Hope you're all well. Very well, thank you, Jojo. How are you? I have not sent your dress yet, Jojo, but I have got another dress to add in there that I think you will like, and feel free to pass it on if it's not for you, but I think you will like it. I think so. Lisa says hi to Jojo. Right. 13 minutes and 31 seconds in. I'm going to do some sewing. Great. So I want to do these collars because one is the upper collar and one is the under collar, and I need to remember which one is which. So this is the under collar. So I'm going to put a pin in that, which just means that all the understitching is going to get done so that it's on that side of the collar, and that way it won't be visible, or theoretically should help the collar sit nice and flatly as well. So that's the idea anyway. So I've got this jacket and the yellow polka dot dress to get finished before Thursday, for Nicola coming again on Thursday, and we're going to be doing the capsule collection, picking the pieces, styling some outfits, and then I will start a challenge of I can only make outfits and wear clothes from the pieces that Nicola picks. So with the proviso that everything that I'm making from this collection, which you will be seeing that video on Wednesdays, Wednesday, anything that I make from those pieces can be added in, because that's the whole point, is like it's meant to be the capsule collection around the anaconda antithesis print. Lisa says, hit the like button. Yes, please. It really does help. It really, really does. Jane says, what are we all sewing today? Doing some mending and then cutting out Derwent trousers, current obsession from Wendy Ward's knit book. Ooh, interesting. Lynn says, I'm quilting a block for a quilt as you go, sew along. Ooh, no. It's been 8 years since I made my last quilt, and I'm kind of thinking it's still not fully quilted, to be fair. There's some really boring straight line quilting that I need to do. It's currently underneath you. I want to make another quilt, but I don't know what I want to do. I think I was telling you guys the last time we talked about it that I've got a bunch of the strawberry print fabrics still cut into jelly rolls, basically, or 2.5 inch strips, and I'm thinking of working my way through the Star Maker blocks, because I bought all the Star Maker and the book that goes with it, and obviously there's the videos as well. I'm thinking of working my way through and making a block, one of each, like one of absolutely everything in there. Maybe not the Christmas trees, because that's not my favorite, and it's very obviously kind of, it's pine trees, but maybe not that one. But making all the other blocks, and then if I pick the right sashing fabric, I think it actually could look amazing, having the same fabrics repeated in different stars all over. When it's not just stars, you can do all sorts of with those templates. So I was thinking of doing that. But honestly, I don't know when I'd have time for it. I think I would have to make it a day off project. And that actually might be something that I would do in the spring, summer, because at the moment my days off are literally spent curled up in my bed watching TV, which is something that's actually very nice, because sewing is my full-time job. So, it, as well as being my hobby. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe if I did the quilting on my days off, then I still get to do my hobby, but it's slightly different, and I don't need to feel guilty because I'm allowed 2 days off a week. I've been trying to really do this year is give myself two full days off a week where I don't edit, where I don't answer comments, when I don't do any of those things. And it's sort of been working. Sort of. Let's catch up with the chat. Lynn says, I might not make another for a while, missing garment sewing. Yeah, I don't think I could just exclusively do quilting. I think I would have to, like I say, intersperse it in and have it as my day off project. And Ari says, good morning, peeps. I will try to stay awake for as long as possible. Hello, nice to see you. Mim says, hi, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Actual sewing is happening. Who even am I? Oh, let's just move that lead around. Right. Yeah, I've got this jacket, the yellow polka dot dress, and then the brown polka dot top cut out, and also the 9076, which I swear that dress is cursed. I will get to. I had planned to do it the week before last, but that week was a total write-off. And then you guys, the Patreon peeps, have voted for the emerald green for the piped 9076. So I've messaged my contact at Lady McElroy, and just to say that I've got an idea for a collaboration if they would be interested. And so fingers crossed they will go for the idea of kind of sponsoring the sew along videos. We shall see. So the upper collar is just slightly bigger than the under collar, so I'm ever so slightly gently having to ease it in. But again, that's all going to help making sure that the under collar stays underneath. So the chat's dried up. Is everyone else sewing as well? Or are you all just in shock because sewing's happened within the first 20 minutes? Mim says, I tried for the first time making a coat, and of course I did the most difficult one. Self-drafted men's coat with bound buttons, a back slit, and all tailoring stuff. Oh wow, that is quite the challenge. How did you enjoy? Did you enjoy it? Jojo says, speaking of quilts, the women of the bridal party, we are joining forces to make the rings that bind quilt for son and daughter-in-law. Starting this week. Our first quilting bee is on Wednesday. Oh, that's lovely. I love that pattern. I need to make one for myself, because the two that I've made I've done as gifts. Mim says, yes, actually sewing. That's why the chat is so quiet. Lynn says, that will be fun to Jojo. Currently got Mum's peacock quilt on my bed, and then I've got a blanket over it to protect it from Shiana, because she does like to fluff things. I was wearing my fancy silk dressing gown on Thursday, and obviously had to take it off on and off quite a bit for trying on things from the wardrobe. And whenever I put it on the bed, Shiana was just like, ah, the silk has arrived, I shall sit on it. Great, thanks, G. Okay, so that's the one that's going to get seen. So this is the one that I need to trim down. Peter says, currently knitting, but I'm patterning an 1860s ball gown bodice. And yes, good job. I'm sitting as there's actual sewing at your end. I know everyone's just in shock. They're like tuning in and like, oh, what is going on? I mean, what I want to do is get all of these projects finished this month. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got 4 days. Totally doable. The one that's going to take the longest is the sew along dress, because I have to film it, but that's fine. I think for my next vote up on Patreon, I'm going to pick 4 of the dress patterns that I've got over there that I haven't made before and that I love, because I've gone through my pattern stash, as you know, over the last couple of years, and like thinned the herd from things that I bought because I was just like, oh my gosh, I need it, and then I don't need it. So yeah, there's some in there that I'm super excited about. So I thought I would go through and pick out 4 for the Patreon peeps to vote on, and then if Lady McElroy say yes to my collab idea, then maybe get them to vote on what print to use, because I have many Lady McElroy prints that I love. So, it's not going to be difficult to find one that I really, really love. Now let's get this the right way around. So that is the undercollar. So yes, I need to be understitching everything to this side. Thought I had someone coming to join us, but nope, it's just the wind rattling the gates in the garden. Mim says, what are you sewing at the moment? It is the jacket, the little pink jacket. There is a sew along for that on the channel already. Jojo says, I sent the link to your vlog on it so everyone knows what they were in for, lol. We are keeping it as a surprise for them, and each quilter is personalising their blocks for the happy couple. Oh, that's so lovely. Jan says, I lost my Sojo for a while and now I have 2 projects on the go, a Sienna maker jacket and the Tilly and the Buttons Rosa shirt. Ooh, nice. It's nice when your Sojo like comes back with a vengeance, isn't it? Jojo says to Lynn, I'm very excited to get going. It's going to be lovely. Lynn says, new dress patterns. I ordered the new to me skirt pattern in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep. Oh, I can't do the the late night shopping because I would spend too much money. I have to do other things, not shop. Oh, the boots, the irregular choice boots that I showed you guys that I wanted to do like a Taylor Swift eras outfit around. They went on like a super sale, but the purple ones sold out in my size before I even got there, and they were just immediately gone. It didn't even say last pair when I looked previously when they were at the higher price. So the only ones that are left are the black ones, and I'm just like, honestly, the purple ones, I probably wouldn't have worn them very frequently without that whole outfit, but the black ones, I'm just like, ooh, they're 80 quid. So they're better than half price. I'm just like, oh, do I do it? Because whilst, yes, they are black themed, they are still very sparkly and shiny and beautiful. And to be fair, they could probably then be sort of like made to work with like a ringmaster's outfit as well. So maybe they're more versatile than the purple ones. I don't know. Julie Elizabeth says, some things happened and now I've no bandwidth to do things, so I'm just watching other people do things on YouTube. Yes, I know that feeling. Definitely know that feeling. It's really lovely having so many different YouTube channels to watch. I know I said last week that lots of people were doing very much sort of the same things, or I think I might have said that on the Zoom call. But like sort of certain subscription box unboxings. Once you've seen one, you've seen all of them, but obviously different people's reactions. So you have your favorite YouTubers that you watch, and then you watch their unboxing of it. Kind of is what I'm getting at. But it's really interesting watching other people's channels who I have absolutely no interest in sewing the clothes that they sew, but I love watching how they kind of like find their inspiration and make the thing and then style the thing and love the thing, because I mean, we've said it many times, all of us, it would be very boring if we all liked exactly the same stuff. I'm really excited for Nicola to start her channel as well, because I think it would be really interesting to see her kind of take on some styling and things like that. We have very different styles. We were talking about it on Thursday, that we ought to do a style swap, but on her channel, just to see, and film each other's reactions to each other, because we are basically the same measurements. She's a couple of inches taller than me, and she has a short torso and long legs, as opposed to me having a longer torso and shorter legs. But our actual measurements are pretty much identical. I do have bigger boobs than her, but we're not, by it, other than that. So yeah, I think it's going to be really funny, because I obviously love a print and floral, and she's very much color block and solids. I don't know. I don't feel like me in them. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting to see. She let me try. She didn't mind. I tried on the skirt that she'd made, and it fit me pretty well. Yeah, everything. Make sure everything. Yeah, everything's where I want it to be. And it was one of those ones where I tried it on, and I was just like, I like it. I just don't wear short skirts anymore, but maybe I should be. But I just don't think I'm going to get out of the longer skirt length, because I just love them on me. So yeah. Lynn says to Jojo, I took some quilting classes, but the teacher's style of teaching didn't jive with my learning style. Ugh. Yeah, it's really interesting when you find somebody that you really do click with, because there's so many different styles of teaching things. There's so many different ways of doing exactly the same thing. But yeah, hopefully you find somebody that you like, or you find some YouTube channels that you enjoy watching. I really like Kay Wood. Yeah, that's the one who did the Star Maker templates that I was talking about earlier. Julie Elizabeth says, until I feel better about everything. Yeah, and it will happen. It happens. Caroline says, I'm knitting the second pair of leg warmers that I have a couple of stays toiles to cut out. Nice. Very nice. Getting there slowly but surely. I can take this pin out now, because it will have understitching, so I will know which side is the undercollar, because it's going to be the one with the understitching on it. Right. I've changed the look up on the channel just a little bit, so I've gone back to the original Kittenish Behaviour logo. It's the trademarked one, so it makes sense. And a picture of me rather than the little KB cat, and I really like it. Just fancied a little change, and I think from going forward, I'm going to be aiming for one video a week on Wednesdays, and then the Patreon waffle will go up at the weekend, and then obviously the hangouts on Sundays. And I think that spreads things out fairly nicely. It does mean that the Zoom call peeps will have the Zoom call and then a video to watch on the same day if they want to. But I think that kind of spreads things out quite nicely. And then I can always put up extra videos if I want. But as I have seen, and as I keep saying, the algorithm likes consistency. And I think, fingers crossed, that should be something that I can stick with. we shall see. I did get all my skirts that I wanted to do finished last week as well. Not one of them is hemmed. They're all doing crazy bias things at the hem, but I really like them all. And sorry, I literally cannot speak and sew at the same time. Apparently I can do one or the other. I am not a multitasker. Yeah, I've been trying to work out how I can get the embroidery motifs that I've bought from my laptop onto here without having to use the Banina software, because theoretically the software is an extra thing that you bought when you bought the embroidery unit. Like, it came free when I bought mine, and to be fair, I think Mum's did too, or she got a deal on it as a bundle. But this has got a USB port, so theoretically I should be able to put the software, the embroidery motif from that onto the USB port and bring it over here, because it does have a folder for like new designs being imported. It only has a certain amount of memory, obviously, but it does have that. So, because I have some embroidery projects that I want to do, because there are some plain fabrics back there that I'm just like, can I make a plain dress, or does it have to have some kind of like something? And this is me we're talking about, so of course it's got to have some kind of a something on it. I've got some, it's the Anaconda Antithesis collection. So I've got some rose print motifs. I've also got a couple of snakes, which I think would be really cool. So yeah. So now that that is done, I can then trim this seam allowance down a little bit more, just so that it turns through nicely, because it is a curve. And I can always clip my curves if I need to. Lisa says, well, here in sunny Devon, it is windy, the sky is very overcast, and it's raining with no sign of stopping. Miserable. So glad you are here to entertain us, Sean. Well, thank you for joining us on a miserable Devon day. Yeah, it's very grey outside here. Thankfully, it's not raining at the moment, but it has been. That's been fun. I do have medicinal mini eggs, for as much as I was like, oh, I'm not going to have any more mini eggs, and then Mum rang me last time during the hangout and bought me mini eggs. Yeah, so I got some more mini eggs. The family pack is really difficult to find. They're sold out everywhere because everyone has the same theory. It's like, if you're going to buy a bag of mini eggs, you know, you want a bag of mini eggs. So yeah. Sue's here. Good morning. Good morning. And Lisa says hi to Sue as well. Okay. So we all know how much I like fully lined garments. So this is a Lisa says, Sean, no family packs because you ate them all. Lol. Yeah, I mean, true. So I was saying this is actually a fairly quick sew, this little jacket, which is nice, but I have made life more difficult by fully lining it. So I've got to make the jacket basically twice. But yeah, no, it is what it is. I'm also probably, as long as it doesn't show through the fabric, and I will hold it up and see, but I'm going to put yellow bias binding on as a detail on the inside, because I've gone for all cream lining because this fabric, I think, it's It is opaque, but I think if you have something too dark, or if you have like a print which has dark spots in it, I think it would show through. So I've gone for a boring lining for this one, but I think it was necessary. Right, I'm just going to turn the iron on. So that needs to be pressed. All my skirts. This with the top is going to look so much like that Pretty Woman Julia Roberts polo dress. Yeah, I think it's going to look very nice. Very nice indeed. But just waiting for the iron. Come on, iron. We have a new cordless one, the Morphe Richards Easy Charge, which so far is working quite well. And I have to say, I do prefer a cordless iron for fabric, you know, pressing and sewing and things. I do definitely prefer cordless. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, collar is done. So just put that up next to you. Might need to open the medicinal mini eggs. I only had the mini packs. What's that? Inari says no hot chocolate. No, I have run out. My next order is on its way though, so I've almost got it timed perfectly. I think I need to add like another bag just for that last week. Mini eggs. Lynn says, I transfer most of my embroidery designs wisely. Oh, there's one mini egg making you big for freedom. No, you are mine. But I have to use USB for some. The dilemma is that my still air will only pick up the last design on the USB. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I've got one snake motif that I want to use from Urban Threads. I think it might be from Embroidery Library, and then I've also got the Briar Rose pack that I want to use as well. Nom 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 nom. We all know I'm crazy. I'm just reiterating it at this current stage in time. Okay, you are a back piece, and you are a back piece. You are a front. You are a front. You are facings. You are fronts. And you are backs. Okay. So I've got a little bit of the interfacing to trim off these, which is going to be fun. Lynn says, lovely skirts. Thank you. I think I said that already. Am I repeating myself? The memory of a goldfish. Yeah, I really like those skirts. There is one, the brown and cream polka dots is a half circle skirt because I really wanted a top from it, and I only had 3 meters of the fabric, and I can't get any more of it. The yellow one is a 3/4 circle skirt, so 3 panels. And I've also cut out currently a shirt dress as well with long sleeves. Ideally, I was hoping to be able to get a top as well, and I can probably squeeze a hunter tank out of the remnants that I've got left over, because I've got lots of funny shaped remnants from cutting out the skirt panels. But I'm thinking that I might get myself another sort of 1.5 meters so that I can make a top as well, because I would really like to wear the top with the skirt, and I want to make a different type of top. I don't want to make a sort of because I'm making a shirt dress, I think I mentioned, with long sleeves. So I think I want to do like a 9006 with some, and I haven't, the pieces that I've got are just not big enough for that. Like I say, probably got big enough pieces for a hunter tank, and that might suffice if I have enough, but I'm not sure that I do. So it's going to be something that I need to check that. And it was from Textile Express, so I can order some more when I get the velvet that I'm gonna, the cream velvet that I'm gonna get for the coat alteration. Right, there's one. Let's see. Teresa says, "Good morning, Sean and Peeps. Wondering if anyone has made the behind the scenes with Jess's Zimmerman dupe dress. I'm having a devil of a time with things matching up." I haven't made it as yet. I really like it, but it was, the sleeves weren't right for me because she added all the volume at the bottom of the sleeve, and I like it the whole way up the sleeve. And also, it was too short for me, but I know that's a really easy change. But I do have some patterns that are very similar and that I can tweak. So I decided not to get the pattern. But no, I haven't. A couple of people have mentioned it, but I haven't seen anybody else make it up. Which bits is it? The princess seams that are not behaving themselves? I love the fabrics that she made hers from. I think they might have even been like design Zimmerman dead stock. So pretty. Sorry, proper concentration face. Darcy's here. Morning, Peeps. I'm definitely not awake yet. Thank you for joining us in your sleepy state. You have been put in charge of lemons and pineapples. Joker Clear says so. Inari says, consuming chocolate is good. Yes. Inari says to Darcy, did you receive my letter? And Darcy says, I don't think so, but I haven't been checking the post. Okay, so do you have any bits that need trimming off? Or are you pretty good? You're pretty good. How about you? You're pretty good as well. Okay, so let us sew some princess seams. Wish me luck. Gianna doesn't even live down here, and she's managed to get her fluff on this. I mean, this fabric was bought since we moved here, so you know she's had no access to this. No, she hasn't. Like, how have I got Gianna fluff on this? I mean, I know I've transported it down here, and I bought the Gianna fluff, but still. Yes, right. Okay. There's a notch. The only trouble with block interfacing this stuff is that the notches have kind of sealed up again. It'll be fine. We can do this. We can totally do this. Totally do this. So this little jacket, I'm not sure how often I'm going to wear this. It's going to be a very smart outfit with either the dress or the skirt. It's going to be very, very smart and probably something that I won't wear frequently. But I really like smart dressing. I really like sort of suits and things like that. And some of my favorite creators that I follow on Instagram make amazing suits and things like that, that are just so beautifully made and fitted and things. I just find it, really fascinating. So there's like the Vicky So, or is it La Forme, or the Vicky So's like Bowman jacket style pattern. I really want to give that a try and make one that fits me and looks amazing. But when will I ever wear that? I won't. These little cropped jackets, I am more likely to wear. Like this one, for example, would go really nicely with this dress because of the cream in the print of this dress. Much like I've paired the orange with it because of the little orange pieces, the cream would also look really good. Yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to wear this, but it doesn't take a lot of fabric. It's a fun, quick make, and I do love how it looks when it's made. So I'm thinking, like, not an inch. I mean, we've gotten to the point now where I don't need practical clothes. Or my version of practical clothes. Like, I don't need everyday wear. I've got an entire wardrobe, even with a clear out over the last summer. I've got an entire wardrobe of beautiful clothes that fit me well, that I love. So I think it's kind of fun to experiment with stuff that maybe is a little outside of my comfort zone and probably won't get worn all that often. But I don't know. Jojo says to Lynn, "Oh no, it's a bummer when that happens." So Felicia says, "Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake. God alive. Hi all. At alive. Hi all. Hello." The Wandering Sewist says, "Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I'm cutting out the Upton dress from Cashmere. Ooh, nice." Lynn says, "I bought a mustard and black houndstooth edge to edge M&S crop jacket that I wore to court with the black trousers and the black roll neck jumper. It looked really smart." It sounds very smart. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to need this. Like, this is not going to be one of those integral staple pieces in my wardrobe that's going to get worn all the time. But I do think it's going to be nice to have. And it's a solid color as well. There's texture on this fabric, which is one of the reasons I love it, but it is a solid color. So I think that's going to be something that makes it get worn, possibly. I have a lot of this fabric. I've got another 10 meters of it on a bolt because I just absolutely love this suiting. And as I say, it's as a solid, it still has some interest being textured. So I'm thinking that I might try some trousers with it, because I've got the dress, I've got the skirt, I'm going to have the jacket, and I'm going to do the waistcoat. I've got all my big scraps over there to do the waistcoat. From the 3 meters of fabric I had, I was able to cut out the 3/4 circle skirt and this jacket. Now, I know I don't wear trousers very often, but one of the reasons behind that is because I haven't found the pair that I really like the fit of. Now, I did very much end up liking the Decades of Style trousers, but I did make those when I was at my biggest, and my best friend has both of them now because they were just too big for my preferences. So I think what I want to try and do is maybe revisit those, because I think those with this little crop jacket or the waistcoat will look adorable. But I also want to try and do some sort of like 7/8 length cigarette pants, or maybe even carrot legged. I went with Mum last year, as some of you guys might remember, to try on a bunch of different styles of trousers, and I have filmed that. And I plan on doing the trouser block from my craftsy class, from the Susie Farrer craftsy class that I bought. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to love these. And one of the things that I like about this fabric is that it's natural fibers, so it's completely dyeable. So if I make myself a pair of cream trousers and I hate them, I can dye them like a dark bottle green or something like that, which might work better for me. But I have 10 meters of this fabric because of that reason. It's a fabric that I really like. It is dyeable, and oh yeah, that looks good. So I need to clip my curves and press that, and then sew the centre back seams together. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the, in my head, I think it's going to look like an awesome outfit. In reality, I may hate it, but we will see. We will see. Let's see. Where did I get to? Lisa says, I'm not normally smart. I was born in jeans and t-shirt, lol. Lynn says, it's fun to dress up every now and again. I mean, I know what you were dressing up for was not a fun experience, but it is, you know what I mean. You know that yeah, I'm going to stop now because you do know what I mean. I'm just going to dig myself into a bigger hole if I carry on down that road, because I know the experience was not fun. But being smart every now and again is something that I do enjoy. Lynn says, ooh, to the wondering sewist, what fabric are you using? I'm cutting out the fringe dress. Nice. So Felicia says, for alive, not God alive. I did wonder where the God came into it. I was like, I have. Darcy says, I've lost my glasses. No. So Felicia says, and you're sewing. I know. What's been going on? Dorset Threads says, morning all from Tia. Good morning. Lynn says to Lisa, haha, PJ pants while sewing for me. And Ari says to Darcy, please forgive my increasingly terrible handwriting. And Darcy says, pretty sure that my robot vacuum was trying to steal them. The first signs of the apocalypse. Lisa says to Lynn, I spent a day and a half in my PJs, only dressed now because I had my shower just before the live began, in honour of Sean. Haha. Thank you. Jen Pin says, afternoon peeps. Do I see sewing again? Yes, and mini eggs. And Ari says, for Darcy, funny. Conchetta says, hello everyone, hope you're well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Lynn says, haha, to Lisa, no shower for me yet. The live started about 6:30 a.m. for me. And Darcy says, and Ari, I have very pretty handwriting, but not legible. But I have been told it's lovely. I do like pretty handwriting. Wait, where's my notch? There it is. And where's the other notch? Where is my notch? There it is. Yeah. Okay. Notches located and marked. So I do really want to make that Vogue. Sorry, so my train of thought there, my little brain went back to the irregular choice boots, and then I was back to a ringleader's outfit, and then I went back to the red wool that I've got that I was gonna make the Vogue biker jacket out of, but the biker jacket has a peplum, and I'm gonna make a muslin and see if I like it. But given the two jackets or coats that I've made that are that sort of length, I don't like on me. But one that I had from All Saints was actually like a high-low tailcoat, so it was very cropped at the front, and then was just literally a tailcoat at the back. So I was thinking maybe I should do that with the red suiting. Or it's not red suiting, the red coating I've got, although I do have red suiting as well. Maybe that could be a good look. Conchetta says to Darcy, my cat enjoys knocking my glasses to the floor and then under the couch. Oh dear. I lost mine this morning. They were nearly under my bed, and I don't know how that happened. I'm just like, where have they gone? Because I usually put them in my bedside drawer so that I know where they are, so that Chiana doesn't knock them over. And they weren't there. And I was just like, well, this is not good, because I do have 2 other pairs of glasses, but they're very old prescriptions. Like, I really need to go back. The Vision Express keep messaging me and saying, it's really about time you came back for another eye test. It's like, yeah, I know. And my eyesight has changed because I'm now having to take these off to do close-up stuff. So I'm thinking varifocals. So yeah, fun times. But the other 2 pairs of glasses that I've got are even older than this prescription, and they probably would be okay for like just, day-to-day stuff, but probably should not drive with them on. So when I lost my glasses this morning, it was just like, oh no. But I had just forgotten to put them away, and I think Chiana maybe inadvertently had knocked them off the side, and they nearly went under the bed, and that would have been a disaster. The Wandering Sewer says to Lynn, I'm using the pink and white polka dot poly fabric that is very floaty and springy. I put it up on my previous Friday Sews video if you would like to see it. Ooh, that sounds very pretty. Why is my fringe doing funny things? That's slightly better. Or not. Darcy says, Alex, my Roomba is telling me that I need to clean his optics. Conchetta says, do you have the fur baby that might have done the same? And Sean, what jacket are you making? It is the New Look 6080, little pink one. That one. There is a sew along on the channel for it, how to fully line it and drop, because this is an unlined jacket theoretically, so how to draft a full lining for it, because we all know I prefer a fully lined everything. Darcy says, I have 3 funny furry dictators that are yelling at me for getting the house painted inside. How dare you. Chiana yelled at me this morning until I gave her drugs. Like, she was just like, I want catnip. Give me the catnip. So I caved and gave her the catnip. Lisa says, my foster cat Larry, the Prince of Darkness, has a new home and will be going next Sunday. This week, one of our new fosters gave birth to 5 kids. We didn't know she was pregnant, so they will come to me. Oh, that's adorable. Kittens. I wish Chi had kittens, but we all know that I would currently own all of her kittens and Chiana. And I don't think Mum and Dad would have been best pleased with that outcome. I would have been. Chiana probably wouldn't be either. She'd probably be like, Mother, why have you kept these things? It's that meme of like, I wouldn't tell anyone if I won the lottery, but there would be signs and it's just me and a horde of cats. Okay. Actual sewing is occurring. What, who even am I? Darcy says, excuse me, Darcy says, on the floor, tangled in cords, got 'em. Nice. Lim says to the Wandering Sewist, that sounds lovely. I'm using a lot of linen lately. I'm crushed with YouTube because my regulars aren't showing up to in my feed. I have to search for them. Oh, that sucks. Lynn says, so I will have 6 cats, count them, running, sleeping around my bedroom. I think it will be sleeping on the sofa, lol. Darcy says, I need to get my glasses renewed, and then says to Lisa, that's a plan. Lisa says to Darcy, I am going to become a desperate woman. Conchetta says, 6 kitty cats, oh my goodness, that's a whole lot of adorable. I know. The Wandering Sewer says, the bodice of my dress is lined. I'm using a white viscose, but the skirt is not. I would like to line it with the same lining. What's the best way? So it depends. Has it got a zip in it or is it a button up? You're doing the one from the Cashmerette, aren't you? The Upton. It's got a zip in it, hasn't it? So I would sew the lining, skirt lining to the bodice lining, and then you can sandwich the zip between the 2 layers. And then you can either stitch in the ditch from the right side around the waist seam, or you can go in and tack it by hand. I sometimes don't even bother doing that with some dresses, depending on how full the skirt is. If it was a button-up dress, I would say that you make the skirt lining and the outer skirt, and then you sew them together with the wrong sides together and then treat them as one, which is what I tend to do for button-up dresses when I fully line those. Okay, right. Now I can sew my centre back seam. Ooh, didn't trim the excess interfacing off of these bits. It might seem really picky for me trimming off like little bits of excess interfacing, but it does still have glue on it. So when I'm pressing this on the obviously on the ironing board, I don't want to kind of either end up pressing the glue onto the outer of the fabric from the interfacing, or any, you know, any. I just basically don't want this little extra tiny little bit of interfacing that's hanging off the edge of the piece that I've interfaced to fluff anything else up, is what I'm trying to get at. Mum always looks at me like I'm mad when I trim off those bits of interfacing, but it does make a difference. And you want to have a clean cut edge to match together. I personally prefer that. So, but yeah, it doesn't transfer like the little tiny little slivers of interfacing over to the ironing board, or disastrously onto the outer of the thing that you're making. You don't want that. Darcy says, Anya was scratching my mirror. Inari says, I've finally gotten used to wearing bifocals. It took me about a year. Yeah, I'm thinking I might need them, but we will see. We will see. So Felicia says, night all, catch you all on the replay. Thank you for joining us while you could. Vox says, oh, hello Peeps and Shan. I am super late for the hangout. Overslept. What did I miss? Not a lot, Vox, although there has actually been sewing. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. How's that happened? But there's actual sewing happening. Lisa says to Conchetta, I will need to invest in earplugs and full body armor. Lol. Yes. Inari says, sleep well to Felicia. The Wandering Sewer says, I have a full expansion pack, 364 possible combinations. I am doing a princess seamed square neckline bodice with flutter sleeves and a midi pleated skirt. That sounds lovely. Conchetta says to Lisa, lol, but those babies' faces, oh, it's a good job that they look as cute as they do, because otherwise, I mean, isn't that why baby animals look as cute as they do, so that they don't get murdered by their parents? Darcy says good night to Felicia. Lynn says night to Felicia. Sleep well. Don't buy stuff like I do in the middle of the night. Darcy says no more kittens in the wild. That is. Did I miss something? And Wandering Sower says zip. Right. I think I want the skirt lining separate. I'm going for the ultimate swish factor. So what I'm talking about, I have something. I have an example to show you. Aha. So this is just my personal preference, but you can do the same thing. You don't have to sandwich your zip between the two. So like I fully made the lining with the skirt attached to it, and then I've just sewn it down to the zip, and then I don't think I've not even tacked those together. So the lining is just hanging free, but because it's got all the weight of the skirt on it, I don't find that it rides up or does anything that it shouldn't. But you can always stitch in the ditch in the waist seam, or this is a empire seam, but you can stitch in the ditch or you can tack it into place. But yeah, that's my preference, is attaching it to the zip all the way down to the bottom. So it is attached to itself till there, but then it's free floating from, like, there's they're independent of each other, the skirt lining and the lining from the bottom of the zip, if that kind of makes sense. Excuse me. Lisa says to Conchetta, I love them. Seeing Pips and a video, looking forward to them coming to me. So cute. Conchetta says, good night, Felicia. Sleep well. Agatha's here. Hello, everyone. Hi. Laura says, good morning. Oh, good morning. Darcy says to Lisa, love folks who foster. And Ari says, once you start wearing bifocals, your surroundings will be unhinged due to your eyes constantly readjusting. Conchetta says, and Ari, is it the line in the bifocals that's problematic? The Wandering Sower says, that is perfect, thanks. Oh, good. Yay. Lynn says, my least progressive lens glasses work perfectly, except to sewing. I have to wear readers for that. Interesting. I might go back to contact lenses, although I kind of don't like my face now without my glasses on. It feels, and it's only because I'm so used to seeing me in glasses. But I used to wear contact lenses all the time. But there's something that I mean, I can pay for my glasses monthly as well, I suppose, but it is something that I can pay for monthly. And also, I basically don't see out of my left eye if my right eye is open. So with my contact lenses, I only have to buy for the right eye. And then when I had coloured ones, I just had plain normal contact lens, like like a no prescription contact lens for that one. So if I buy a 6 months, or if I buy a 3-month supply of contact lenses, there's actually 6 months because I only use one a day. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that, but I will look weird without my glasses on. And my sunglasses are prescription sunglasses. So I don't know. I don't know. I really like this frame shape on me with that sort of slight cat eye as well, because my other ones are just straight across, and they look, now when I put them on, they look really odd. Okay, so jacket back is complete. So it just needs pressing. So let us work on the front. Do as many things as you can before you have to get up and go to the ironing board. Itchy nose. Where did I get to with the chat? Wandering Sower says, so if I'm able to talk to hubby into Goldhawk Road visit, where is the must-see place? Oh, they're all together, so all of them. The Goldhawk Road is the must-see place. And there is a Brewdog. If he likes beer and wings, you can leave him unattended in Brewdog. Or there's lots of nice cafes as well. Liz's Cafe, I think it's Liz's Cafe down the end as well. That's very nice. So you can park him there if he doesn't want to come fabric shopping with you. I really like Gold Brick and Gold Hawk fabrics. They are not inexpensive. But then A1, I like them all. Universal Fabrics, A1 Fabrics. Oh, they're also good. Haven't been for ages. Went this time last year, didn't we? Might have to have a look at going up maybe after the retreat. Because Nimue said that she might want to go to Goldhawk Road because she's planning on doing a few days in London while she's over as well, I think. So maybe I ought to have a look at coming up as well, because that would be fun. Lisa says, I am the foster co-coordinator for a cat charity. When I take Princess and her kittens, that will be 65 cats I fostered. I only ever had to have 5 put to sleep. Oh. Conchetta says to Lynn, my progressives have been a game changer. Dorset Thread says, when I got in contact lenses, I was told they would never be able to give the same amount of magnification as glasses do for sewing. Ooh, interesting. I haven't had contact lenses for a good decade, so I don't know if that's even an option with my prescription anymore. I did think about LASIK, but I chickened out. I got scared. Totally chickened out. Okay. Susan's here. Good morning. Just wanted to say that I loved your red coat and your ivory coat, and it did not remind me of Elf. Yeah, I had to tell you guys that though, because it did make me giggle when Dad was just like, that Will Ferrell character. There's actually in the town square in Newport, there's one of the like 4th or 5th story attic windows has a full-size Will Ferrell in his Elf outfit poster in the window. It's just like, okay. It's up year round as well. So many little bits of interfacing. I'm being careful not to cut them onto my lap like I usually do, because I don't want to get anything stuck to this dress. If I do it over my lap, it's usually because I'm wearing my joggers or something. Okay, nearly done. Nearly done. Where did I get to? Lisa says, I have 3 pairs of glasses, distance, close up and sewing. I've had a head injury, so and could sit on the ground and fall off, so no help required with the varifocals, thanks. Caroline says, it's nearly a year, 18th of March last year, would love a trip. Yeah, I think that needs to be something we have a look at, doesn't it? Darcy says to Jane, is sitting in front of the screen. It looks like he is sitting on your sewing machine table. Oh, cute. Hello. Diane says, good morning, or good morning. Lisa says hi to Diane. Inari says, I'm so sorry. I'm for you. I tried to write bigger, easier said than done. Jan, sewn by Jan says, I'd love to go again, Sean. I'd take a list this time. So overwhelmed last time, I only bought thread. Yeah, bring yourself a list, definitely. The Wandering Sewer says, contacts are not an option for me because of dry eyes. I could get the surgery, but would still need reading glasses, and my up-close vision for sewing would get worse. So no thanks. No, definitely not. Darcy says to Inari, no worries about the reading. It's leaves on trees that I miss. Lisa says, I have a joke. What do you have if you cross Peter Pan with travel sickness pills? A boy who never throws up. Boom, boom. Inari says to Darcy, my handwriting is over 40 years old. And Darcy says, posted a picture of Jane guarding Sean sewing, lol, and she says to Inari, mine is too. I am being guarded. Why can I not find the pictures of the kitties? Oh, that's so cute. Hello. Look at the monster. So cute. So cute. Okay. Have I trimmed all of the... Nope. Still got one more to trim. One more to trim. I'm liking how this... so this is the weft coat weight interfacing that I got from Taylor Mouse. And I really like the kind of heft it's given this fabric. It still kind of is drapey, but it's just that little bit more hefty. The hand has changed a little, and I like it. So I think it was a good idea to interface everything, and I will definitely do the same for the waistcoat pieces when I get around to doing those, because that is going to be the next project I work on once the 9076 has been completed. This pile of sewing here has been completed, basically. So you go there, and you go there. Right. So let's pin you together. Where did I get to with the chat? Caroline says, got a new rescue on Wednesday. A little boy Japanese quail turned up next door's garden. He was rescued from the paws of the local stray. Lucky he's not injured. Oh, bless him. Where are my notches? Darcy says, he is my hero of Cat Town. He is gorgeous. Agatha says, Carol, quails are so cute. And Darcy said to Caroline, sounds like a lucky bird. Yes, definitely. Caroline says to Agatha, we used to have Chinese painted quail when we had an aviary. He used to breed cockatiels. Oh, cute. And Caroline says to Darcy, definitely a character. Kittenish is fascinated. Oh, bless him. It's like, where is the twittery, feathery, cheapy thing? Lots of sewing today. Inara says, I could never wear contact lenses due to having hypersensitive eyes. Stray eyelash in my eye upon waking up is enough to ruin my day. Oh, yeah. It's not a nice feeling at the best of times. If you've got super sensitive eyes, that's not good. I used to hate putting my fingers in my eyes, which is why I had coloured contact lenses. I was like, if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it for a reason. Not just to be able to see, but like, I'm going to change the colour of my eyes. Lisa says, I put a pic of Princess and the kits on the group. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to want to have baby kittens. Where are the kittens? Oh, look at her face. Oh, they're so cute. And she's a fluff monster as well. Oh, so cute. Oh dear, so cute, so cute. Wandering So says, Sian, thank you for this space. You have helped me so much over the last 2 years dealing with my daughter's death. You have inspired me to get serious about sewing, making things that I love. Aww. Aww. Thank you very much for joining us in this lovely little space. And it's you guys helped create this as much as I did. So thank you. I'm trying not to sew any puckers into my princess seams. I've just about managed that. Okay. Lynn says adorable. Yes. Darcy says, my eyes are very sticky because of the work being done in my house. I'm glad the work is finally getting done, but my allergies are not pleased. Ooh, not fun. Lisa says her fosterer woke up to find one baby and found 4 more when she moved mum to a better place because she had the kittens in the litter box. Oh, bless her. Inari says, has the Jurassic pigeon returned? I haven't seen one for ages, actually. We have been Jurassic pigeon free. Agatha says to Lisa, the kittens and mummy are so cute. Cute. So cute. Okay, so that's our one front done. In the ironing pile. Start on the other. Right, I need to pin it from this side because that's going to be the side that floofs. Catherine says, hello, hello. Lisa says, they are, aren't they? And next week they will be fostered by me. And Darcy says, Mama Cat looks good. Lisa says, Jurassic pigeon equals short neck T-Rex. Yeah. I haven't seen any for a while, actually, which has been quite pleasant. So I've not been stalked by any dinosaurs, which is always good. Okay. I've been waffling for an hour and a half and sewing for an hour and a half. Who even am I? Darcy says we have sandhill cranes that take on cars in our wetlands and you just have to get out of their way. Oh, wow. Lisa says it's still raining here. I think it's just started raining out there. The wind's definitely picked up. Jojo says, someone finally put Jurassic pigeon in a pie. The bugger was big enough. This is true. This is true. Inari's laughing, short neck T-Rex. Darcy says, birds are definitely dinosaurs. Yep. Catherine says, I've just got back in from church. Welcome back. Jinapin says, I've been waiting for ages to catch Kato in full sunlight and can now confirm I have a black cat. My last black cat was brown in sunshine. He's very handsome. Cute. Cute. Mini house panther. Agatha says, I'm off to do a bit of meal prep for the week. Mushroom rolls and meatballs and pasta are on the menu. Ooh, sounds good. Sounds very good. Our Green Chef boxes arrived yesterday and we've got some really good meals this week. I'm excited. We have the king prawn dish, which is one of my favorites. Let's get this sewn and then we can do some ironing. Well, not ironing, pressing. There is a difference. Darcy says, don't all T-Rexes have short necks? I thought they had like, I don't know. I haven't watched any of the new Jurassic Park movies for a while. Maybe I ought to have a marathon. I do like to have a movie marathon every now and again. Nimue says, you're still here. Hello, everyone. I spent my morning at the fabric market. Damage has been done, though I was fairly well behaved and stuck to my list. Nice. Very nice. Darcy says tasty food to Agatha, and she loves a black cat. Lisa says to Darcy, you're right. I was thinking of Diplodocus. Diplodocus. Doing my best not to get any puckers. No puckers in the princess seams. Will you be putting up pictures of your haul on the Peeps group, Nimaway? I accidentally bought fabric this week. I was saying at the beginning of the hangout, I've got nearly 6 meters coming, but it only cost 20 quid, including postage. So, you know, basically free. Okay, so we've got full back, 2 fronts done. That all needs pressing. I can sew the facing pieces together, and then also the sleeves need to have some gathers put into the sleeve caps, and then this underarm seam. So it's a 1-piece sleeve for these ones with this jacket. Conchetta says, hi Nimue, so glad you got all you wanted. Jinpin says, he does not unintentionally push my glasses, phone, books, and hand cream off my bedside table. He looks at me while he does it. Nice. Because he gets a reaction. Darcy says, Diplodocus, gotcha. Wandering Sower says, I really miss the German fabric markets. We used to live in Frankfurt from 2017 to 2019. Inari says to Darcy, I will turn my ringer on upon the end of the this podcast hangout. Darcy says, Gin and Pins, you are putting them in his spot for pushing things off of. I mean, obviously. Conchetta says, can you summon Jurassic Pigeon by saying it 3 times? I mean, I've said it 3 times in this hangout now. So if one turns up, the answer will be yes. Nimue says, yes, I'll be sharing in a bit, minus the birthday gift I found for a certain someone currently making some cheese toast to replenish. I think I remember saying in the retreat thing that your presence was gift enough, Mrs. I mean, thank you very much, because I've already got that. Wasn't that my birthday gift? She says, too late. Not repentant at all. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Oh, I've got such itchy nose. I think I've got fluff. Stray piece of thread. Really do need to debobble this cardigan. Kind of has to be done every time I wear it, which is a bit annoying, but it's so beautiful and it feels so nice that it's worth it. Jojo says, still no sewing, but knitting like a loon. Currently making the most 80s jumper ever. I love the design, and when I was little, and finally found the pattern in a book I picked up on eBay. Nice. Lisa says, my previous cat Harrison sat on the kitchen worktop and looked at me as he pushed a cut glass crystal bowl on the floor, the little sod. Oh. Inari says, usually don't turn on my phone ringer until 8 o'clock PST. That sounds reasonable. Nimue says, that was last year's Christmas present, and sometimes things just fall into your lap and have to have someone's name all over it. Does it have leaves on it? Conchetta says, sorry, I had a Beetlejuice moment. Yeah. Ralph says, I'm probably going to be crashing again once this hangover is over. I'm exhausted, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry. That's no good. I actually think I'm going to call it a day as well because my drugs are wearing off and I need to go and take some more painkillers. And I have to have food to do that, which means I need to go and get some food so that I can eat and then take drugs and all that good stuff. But thank you for hanging out with me whilst actual sewing occurred. I do think I'm going to get this jacket finished today, which is awesome, and possibly even start work on the dress as well, which will be nice. So yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like I say, there will be the Anaconda Antithesis collection video coming on Wednesday, and there will be another hangout on Sunday. And for the Patreon peeps, the Zoom call will happen on Wednesday this week, and there will be a vote going up as well at the beginning of next month, which is at the end of next week, for what I am going to be sewing the month afterwards. So lots to look forward to. Fingers crossed my little brain will allow me to do all the things that I have now said out loud that I want to do. We shall see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. It has been a lot of fun, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye.